Welcome back in the video. Today we have a new class summon coming into the game. But before that, we're going to be talking about the class summon and our artifact pity, which is a step in the right direction inside Epic 7. Who would have thought? 7 years it took us to get an artifact pity. But let's talk about this. So, we have a pity now for artifacts, but this is strictly for the class summon that's going to be coming out on the 23rd. Now, if this comes out in the future for any new banners, this would be very, very good. But from the looks of it, it is strictly going to be only limited to the class summon banner, and hopefully it does branch out to the other ones, right? But let's talk about this artifact and what it actually means for the future of Epic 7. Because these class summons, I was under the impression that they're always going to be literally just straight for collaboration artifacts and all that. But guess what? Today is a new day. Oh no. Now, on the 23rd, a Thief summon will be available. Now, when I was reading this, I was like, Thief? What Thief collaboration character can I think of has a new artifact? Has an artifact that's really good? And honestly, I could not think of one. Because the only Thief collaboration unit I can think of is literally Baiken. There's no other Thief, no. I swear Baiken's the only Thief. When you sit there and think about it, she's the only Thief collaboration. But no, things are changing. Oh no, these class summons are gonna be dangerous moving forward. But again, good thing there's a pity. But again, another thing to be worried about when it comes to your bookmarks, right? So let's talk about this banner and the artifact and how good it actually is. So, Master of the Nightmare increases attack by 10% at level 1. At maxed out, it is going to be increases attack by 20%. After using a basic skill on the caster's turn, has a 40% chance to grant an extra turn. This is a really insane artifact. This is broken. This is literally a better RNL. Why use RNL over this? Right? Like, this is actually kind of crazy when you think about it. But hey, if you don't have this, go ahead and use RNL. But again, this is actually kind of disgusting. I'm pretty sure RNL's proc is either 20 or 30% to grant an extra turn, but I'm pretty sure it's 20. So this would be double that, right? Which is still kind of crazy. This is strictly for thieves, right? But my only concern with this artifact, why I think it's insane, I think it's a really good artifact. Now, would you really run this over some other artifacts? Maybe not. I can really see this being more used on Ran and who else? What other thief comes to my mind specifically? I think Ran for sure. Para, maybe Para, but do you really care for the attack on Para over the extra turn chance? I think it's a good artifact for sure. Again, this artifact is strictly going to be limited to the class summons. So keep this in the future. It is not going to pop up in any regular covenant you do. It is strictly only for this banner. Now again, that's bad because, well, this is not a collaboration artifact. This is a new brand spanking artifact that they designed. Which, I mean, that's good and all. But, whew, man, oh man, again, I'm happy they brought out a pity. But just be careful on summoning on this. Because again, there is a pity. But there's no character. There's just an artifact. Now, again, in terms of the artifact itself, you can go ahead and just buy it from the power shop, which I do really recommend it because, let's be honest, I would rather spend 240 dust over me buying or me summoning on this banner and hoping I get the artifact until. Otherwise, if I keep summoning, I'm going to have to summon to the pity at that point, right? But keep in mind, it should be limited only to the banner because that's how every class summon has been. So, now, let's talk about what this means for the future class summons. Now, with them coming out with this artifact means they could potentially cook up any other good artifacts they really want to and then drop it inside a class summon. And if it's really OP, they're gonna, you're gonna tempt you to summon, and I don't really blame you. So, be careful. While this is a first of its kind, because it's not a collaboration artifact, their own version of collaboration, it's not. It's just a brand new spanking artifact, which again, that's good. Good and bad at the same time, because again, if they were to mention or just make more broken artifacts, they could go down the route of just releasing it into class summon, forcing you to set on said class summon, and just go from there. right? I wasn't really expecting the Thief. Thief's artifacts, in my opinion, are kind of broken. Now, I will say, if this was like a warrior artifact, I think this would be much better. But I don't really blame him for making it a Thief, because let's be honest, Thief artifacts, when it comes to collaboration artifacts, there's not that many collaboration thieves I can think of besides Winter and Biken now. Winter's the only other character I can think of. But still, understandable why they made a whole new artifact, because it's thieves, there's not really that many. So I'm very curious what they have planned to cook up or plan to release in the future to actually make these more class summons better, right? Because of course we know 3F is eventually going to get a remake. When is the question, right? We already got Rocket Punch. We already got the Guardian Ice Crystal remakes. We got the Benimaru's Tachi remake. So honestly, in terms of usable, limited artifacts, the only ones that are really missing right now, that are really needed in my opinion, is a 3F. 3F is very, very good. Now, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still very, very strong. So hopefully that comes out sooner than later, because the way it's currently going, man, oh man, your bookmarks are never going to be safe. You might as well just never farm and just keep saving your Skystone for bookmarks, because again, this is another limited banner. We have another banner guaranteed back here with the Sigret. It's already confirmed down here that it is going to be a limited banner, of course, which we knew was coming. Right? She is going to be another limited character wherever they announce it. Where is it? There you go. She's planned to release as a limited covenant hero. Who would have thought? No one surprised. Now, we do have another banner coming, of course, which is going to be the Sarah. Now, is she going to be a limited character? I have no idea. Is she going to be RGB? I would like for her to be RGB. Just a normal RGB character. Don't make her limited. But who knows? This side story should be coming out very, very soon. She should be the first character we get in terms of a regular RGB. I will not be surprised if she's going to be a tease next week and come out next week or the week after that. Because Secret is lining up to come out sometime in December. That's where it mentions back here, the Avalon Academy. They do mention sometime in December it's going to end and all that. So I'm not really expecting Secret anytime soon. So I am expecting Sarah to come very, very soon. But again, just be careful. She will also be revealed in November. Which again, we are not that far away. So we're going to have to wait and see, right? We may have another dead week or another 2 dead weeks of banners. It just really depends what they want to do. Either Sarah comes out first or Secret comes out. Just prepare your bookmarks, because if you do plan to summon on the class summon, just be extremely careful. Yes, there's a pity, but let's be honest, who has bookmarks to spare after the collaboration, after the summer event? There's just so many banners, right? In terms of the artifact, I think it's good. Do I think it's a must summon? Not really. I don't think it's a must summon, but if you want it, I would buy it with Dust. And if you do summon more, well, guess what? There is a pity for it, and that is nice to know. But again, I'm very curious to see what they're going to cook up in the future for this alone, right? But, good sign, we have Artifact Pity. Bad sign, they can cook up anything else they want to now and just make it a whole banner. We'll see what happens in the future. Other than that, though, thanks for watching the video, and peace out.